Hi everybody, Crazy Eddie here, and I'm compressing cobble. And why am I compressing cobble? Because RWTema has finally released Extra Utils 2 for 1.89, and it is currently in unstable. And it's a lot easier to fit these compressed blocks into small inventories. So what cool thing am I going to do with extra utilities first? Am I going to start a farm with a watering can? And am I going to route something around with some transfer nodes? Actually, I'm going to make a book. Nothing celebrates better than a little light reading, wouldn't you say? So I have decided that I am going to start with a farm. And while I'm at it, I'm going to break all the grass that I can. Because ender lilies are now a drop from grass breakage. Much like wheat seeds are, but they only have 1/10 the chance that wheat seeds do. So it might take me a while to come up with one. So I'll be doing some hunting around, and I'll work on a wheat farm. So I got kind of caught up in the search for ender lily seeds. I actually did some exploring. Got about a stack and a half of seeds. 2 red orchids, which, according to JEI, are even more rare than ender lily seeds. I even found a silverwood tree and got a sapling out of it. And then I found a village where all the villagers were buying stuff instead of selling. And in one of their chests I found iron horse armor. But still, all that time, I did not find one ender lily seed. So I came back, breaking grass on my way, and found an ender lily seed. So my story has a happy ending after all. And now I can get on with some farming. I don't believe ender lilies actually require water. And, oh, you can't plant them in farmland, but you can put them in grass. Of course, endstone is better. But that will have to wait. Now the watering can works about as well as it always did, and in pretty much the same fashion. But you don't need bone meal to make it. But if you see the progress bar on the bottom, you'll see that it also needs refilling from time to time. So that seems to add a little bit of balance to it, I suppose. Now the red orchid is a new plant from Extra Utils, and you plant it on redstone. Now I'm not sure what kind of light that it requires, but what I have read is that once it's fully grown, you harvest it for more redstone. I don't have anything with silk touch, or I would have just brought it upstairs. And I seem to have run my watering can out of water. So yes, I have confirmed that the watering can does work on red orchids, and it doesn't take long to get some redstone out of them at all. It does certainly seem that having a redstone orchid farm would be worth the time. Oh, also when harvesting, they do occasionally drop more orchids. So yes, once you have one seed, you can grow a bigger farm. So yeah, it's pretty clear that extra utils is actually still a work in progress. And of course, it does say on the box that it is an extreme alpha, so that's quite understandable. I've noticed, for instance, that we don't have liquid transfer nodes yet. Actually, I think it's interesting the way this update process is going lately. We waited a bit over a year for mods for 1.8.9, and we're already coming out with mods for 1.9 now. Apparently, the differences are much greater between 1.7.10 and 1.8.9 than to the 1.9 bit. That in itself is pretty exceptional. It really is impressive how quickly they're coming out with mods for 1.8. In fact, it seems like a lot of modders are actually skipping 1.8.9 altogether and going straight to 1.9. I wonder how soon I'll be playing Unstable for 1.9. Although I have heard some pretty big modders say that they are giving up entirely because of the big differences. It will be a bit of a shame if thermal expansion never does update to 1.9, but other cool things will catch up. I have to say I really like the way that Tinker's Construct is looking. I think technically it's Tinker's Construct 2 now. But I do like the look of the new tables. Oh, and hey, Maddox are back with the latest update, so that's pretty cool. I did not realize before that you could turn off redstone clocks with a redstone signal. Or maybe that's new as well. Either way, it's pretty cool. So yeah, it's pretty nice to have transfer pipes back. In other update news, there's these things from Dense Ores. They're basically super dense deposits of ore, and this should keep me well supplied with iron for quite a while. I've also found deposits of redstone and coal. I haven't found gold or diamond yet, but it probably gives good reason to go exploring. If anybody else finds somebody, be sure and leave a comment and let me know. So while I was working on this chunk, I noticed that if you right-click these blocks, it'll tell you how many more ore blocks are left inside it. This is a lot of iron. Well, that should be plenty of iron. How much iron, you might wonder? Quite a lot of iron. This much iron. It took 4 days in-game, and I had to repair my diamond-plated pickaxe 3 or 4 times. So I'm going to craft myself a bag and bring this stuff on back. Other things I wanted to mention is that also new in the last update is Deep Resonance, a mod about power generation, which I have not gotten around to really looking at yet. And in other news, I have just heard that FTB Unstable 1.8.9 will be locked so that as soon as they release another thing, they can start work on FTB Unstable 1.9. And you can be sure that as soon as that comes out, I'll be starting a new world. Assuming, of course, that Windows 10 doesn't just make my computer explode, sending shrapnel of magnetized silicon into my knee. But in the meanwhile, I will still be playing with the toys that this pack provides. So there will be some more episodes. But while you're waiting for those, you can also check out my other videos. Be sure to scroll down, subscribe, like, have some fun, build something cool, and have a nice day.